नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे।
I now urge the respected guests to light the traditional lamp.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय, सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा, निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा, सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
Now I urge the Group Chairman, Mr. Jayanta Burwa, to felicitate the Honorable Vice President and Honorable Union Minister, Mr. Khunwal. I now urge upon the Group Chairman, Mr. Jayanta Burwa, to give the inaugural speech.
Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Jagdeep Dhankhad, Nobel Peace Laureate Kailash Satyarthi, Honorable Union Cabinet Minister Sarvananda Sonowal, friends from media, and esteemed guests present at this August gathering. আজি ইয়াত উপস্থিত উত্তৰ পূৰ্বৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকল, দিল্লীত বসবাস কৰা উত্তৰ পূৰ্বৰ বাসিন্দাসকল, সকলোকে আমি প্ৰতিদিন মিডিয়া নেটৱৰ্কৰ তৃতীয় বৰ্ষৰ কনক্লেভলৈ উষ্ম আদৰণি জনাইছোঁ। অসমৰ পৰা আহি দেশৰ ৰাজধানী দিল্লীত কনক্লেভ পাতিবলৈ আপোনাসকলেই আমাৰ প্ৰেৰণা আৰু শক্তি। এই কনক্লেভৰ জৰিয়তে অসম তথা উত্তৰ পূবৰ সমস্যাৰাজিৰ ওপৰত আলোকপাত কৰোৱা আৰু ইয়াৰ সমাধানৰ বাবে কেন্দ্ৰীয় তথা ৰাজ্য চৰকাৰসমূহৰ দৃষ্টি আকৰ্ষণ কৰাই আমাৰ উদ্দেশ্য। আৰু আমাৰ এই উদ্দেশ্যৰ লগত আপোনালোকে যি সহযোগিতা আগবঢ়াইছে তাৰ বাবে আমি কৃতজ্ঞ। It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the third edition of the Conclave by the Pratidin Media Network, an intellectually rich platform that holds a special place in the heart of every citizen from the northeastern state. We are deeply honored with the presence of our Vice President, Sri Dhankhad, along with all the esteemed panelists. I am confident that the conclave wisdom shall elevate today's discussions. As a media organization, it is our duty to provide a platform to discuss pressing issues. It is equally important to find sustainable solution via dialogue rather than high-pitched debates. Responsibility lies in the hand of media organizations to provide a platform and diction, not to pass judgments. The conclave is a testament of such thoughts and a way forward. All of us gathered here today are united by a commitment to address the unique challenges and opportunities of the Northeast India. From socio-economic development to preserving cultural heritage, ensuring peace and prosperity, integration into the national mainstream. Delhi, as the national capital, offers the perfect backdrop for the dialogue exchange platform, bringing influential voices from all spectra, such as politics, business, academia, media, etc., to discuss and deliberate on important issues of Northeast region. I hope this conclave shall foster fruitful dialogue, exchange of ideas, which shall ultimately contribute to the betterment of the region and to work collectively towards actionable solution. Once again, I warmly welcome each one of you to the Conclave 2024. Thank you, Dhankharji, for your presence here today, sir.
Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Union Minister for Port and Shipping, Mr. Sabananda Sonowal, to address the occasion.
Namaskar. Today, this moment, I believe, for all of us, is a very kind of memorable moment, because we have the kind presence of the Honorable Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankhar, and the Managing Director of Pratidin establishment, media establishment, Jayanta Barwaji, and also all the dignitaries present here today. Because the Pratidin kind of media establishment have always been playing the role of a kind of torchbearer of the voice of Northeast India. So I believe this is a very important role they have been playing since the beginning, because I've also been going through different lines put forwarded by Pratidin time and Pratidin media establishment. They have always been courageous and they have always been impartial. And they have served the nation with conviction and determination without any prejudice. I believe that's the power of this particular establishment, and it is known to everybody in the entire Northeast India. So anyway, today I have come here only to listen, Dhankar ji. मैं तो आपको सुनने के लिए आया हूँ, मैं बोलने के लिए नहीं, क्योंकि मैं राज्यसभा में 2.5 साल मैंने बिताई है, और उसी कालखंड में मुझे जो मौका मिली आपसे सीखने का, आपके जो पॉजिटिव जेस्चर, जब भी लोग राज्यसभा में ट्रबलसम वेदर बनते थे, माहौल बनते थे, उसी कालखंड में एक मुस्कुराहट से आपने सारे हाउस को संभाले. तो ये आपका व्यक्तित्व का सबसे बड़े मुझे लगता है गुण है. That is how we are to grow, we are to serve the nation. With a very positive vibration, positive outlook, positive thinking, positive approach. Today, মই ইয়াতে धनखड़ जी, मैं अपनी जो मातृभाषाओं से हमारे यहाँ उपस्थित नॉर्थ ईस्ट के सभी हमारे प्रिय भाइयों बहनों को मैं संबोधन करना चाहता हूँ, अगर इजाज़त है तो। क्योंकि आपको मालूम है, हाल ही में हमारे कैबिनेट हुई और परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 5 भाषाओं का साथ असमिया भाषा को क्लासिकल स्टेटस दी है। ये जो मर्यादा, ये जो हमें गरिमा, जो हमें स्वीकृति मिली है, तो इसके लिए मैं सारी आसामी सोसाइटी की तरफ से देश के आदर्शवादी नेता, दुनिया के सबसे लोकप्रिय नेता प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं। ये जो हमारी हजारों साल की जो तपस्या है, जो हमारे पुरखों ने, बड़े साहित्यकार ने जो योगदान दी है असमिया भाषा की प्रगति के लिए, विकास के लिए, आज मुझे एक ऐसा इंस्टेंस को याद करना ही होगा। धनखड़ जी, ये जयंत बरुआ जी जो है, उनकी ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर ने हमारी हेमकु जो डिक्शनरी, असमिया डिक्शनरी, उन्होंने उनके विकास के लिए काम की। बाद में जयंत बरुआ जी के पिताजी ने भी उनकी और भी उनमें काफ़ी शब्द जोड़े और आखिर में जयंत बरुआ जी ने बेरेल के जरिए नेत्रहीन लोगों को रोशनी देने का काम किया है। ये बहुत बड़ा, मुझे लगता है कि इंसानियत की भावना शक्ति से एक बहुत बड़ी सेवा है, मानव सेवा। तो इनके लिए, जयंत बरुआ जी के लिए तो कुछ तो इसलिए असमिया भाषा को अब जो स्वीकृति मिली है, ये बहुत साल की तपस्या और मेहनत का फल है। मैं तो असमिया होने के नाते गर्व महसूस करता हूं। अब क्लासिकल जो मर्यादा हमें मिली है, इसके जरिए नई पीढ़ियों को बहुत बड़ा मौका मिलेगा, रिसर्च में हो, प्रिजर्वेशन में हो, और हमारी पुरानी जो स्क्रिप्ट है इनको डिजिटाइज करने में उनको मौका मिलेगा, और हमारी सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी में रिसर्च के लिए नई नई कार्यक्रम रचना की जाएगी। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये नई पीढ़ियों के लिए बहुत बड़ा एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, ये ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म है। मैं অসমীয়া হিসাবে সঁচাকে বহুত কি কম, আজি গৌৰৱ উপলব্ধি কৰিছোঁ। আৰু সেই মুহূৰ্তলৈ মনত পেলাইছোঁ, মাননীয় প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়াই যিদিনাখন মৰণোত্তৰভাৱে দেশৰ সৰ্বোচ্চ অসামৰিক সন্মান সুধাকান্ত ডক্টৰ ভূপেন হাজৰিকাক দিছিল ভাৰতৰত্ন, মনত আছে আপোনালোকৰ? সেই সময়ত আপোনালোকৰ আশীৰ্বাদত, অসমৰ ৰাইজৰ সহযোগত মই আমাৰ মাননীয় প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়াৰ কৃপাত মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী হিচাপে কাৰ্যনিৰ্বাহ কৰাৰ সুযোগ লাভ কৰিছিলোঁ। আৰু সেই মুহূৰ্ততে নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াই আৰু গৃহমন্ত্ৰী অমিত শ্বাহ ডাঙৰীয়াই মৰণোত্তৰভাৱে সুধাকান্ত ডক্টৰ ভূপেন হাজৰিকাক যেতিয়া ভাৰতৰত্ন প্ৰদান কৰিলে, এই কথাই অসমীয়া স্বাভিমান, অসমীয়া মানুহৰ স্বকীয় বৈশিষ্ট্যক যি পৰ্যায়ত সন্মান প্ৰদান কৰিলে, এই কথা আমি কেতিয়াও পাহৰিব নোৱাৰোঁ। আজি ঠিক তেনেধৰণে অসমীয়া ভাষাকো সেই পৰ্যায়ত তেখেতে সন্মান প্ৰদৰ্শন কৰিছে। আৰু ইয়াৰ উপৰিও আপোনালোকে জানে, অসমীয়া শিপিনীয়ে বৈ উলিওৱা, সপোন ৰচনা কৰা গামোচাখন মোদী ডাঙৰীয়া বিশ্বমঞ্চত কান্ধত লৈ অসমীয়া শিপিনীসকলক, মহিলাসকলক শ্ৰদ্ধাৰে সন্মান যাচিলে। গতিকে আজি এই যাত্ৰাটোত সাহিত্যৰথী লক্ষ্মীনাথ বেজবৰুৱা, আনুৰাম ঢেকিয়াল ফুকন, পদ্মনাথ গোহাঁই বৰুৱা, ৰূপকোঁৱৰ জ্যোতিপ্ৰসাদ আগৰৱালা, কলাগুৰু বিষ্ণু ৰাভা, ডক্টৰ ভূপেন হাজৰিকা আৰু আমাৰ মহাপুৰুষ শ্ৰীমন্ত শংকৰদেৱৰ লগতে গুৰুসকলৰ যিটো অৱদান আছে, অসমীয়া সাহিত্যক চহকী কৰাৰ বাবে যিটো তেখেতসকলৰ মহৎ পদক্ষেপ, এই কথা আমি সদায় মনত ৰাখিবই লাগিব। আৰু ইয়াৰ উপৰি অসম সাহিত্য সভাৰ উল্লেখযোগ্য অৱদান আছে। জন্মলগ্নৰে পৰাই অসম সাহিত্য সভাই অসমীয়া ভাষাক বিশ্বমঞ্চত প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰিবৰ বাবে ৰূপকোঁৱৰ জ্যোতিপ্ৰসাদ আগৰৱালাৰ ভাষাৰে অসমীয়া ভাষা বিশ্বমঞ্চলৈ যাব, জগত সভালৈ যাব। কিমান শুৱলা শব্দ, জগত সভালৈ যাব। আজি জগত সভালৈ অসমীয়া সভা, অসমীয়া ভাষা অত্যন্ত মৰ্যাদা সহকাৰে গৌৰৱেৰে গতি কৰিছে। গতিকে মই ভাবোঁ যে আজি প্ৰতিদিন গোষ্ঠীয়ে জন্মলগ্নৰ পৰাই অসমীয়া ভাষা সাহিত্যক শক্তিশালী কৰাৰ যাত্ৰাত আত্মনিয়োগ কৰি আহিছে। আৰু অসমীয়া যিমান সংবাদ মাধ্যম আছে সকলোৱে এই যাত্ৰাত সহযোগিতা আগবঢ়াইছে। মহান মনীষীসকলৰ, সাহিত্যিকসকলৰ অৱদান মই সদায় শ্ৰদ্ধাৰে সোঁৱৰিছোঁ আৰু তেখেতসকলৰ প্ৰতি মোৰ গভীৰ কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ। অসম চৰকাৰৰ তৰফৰ পৰা বৰ্তমান ডক্টৰ হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মা ডাঙৰীয়াৰ নেতৃত্বত এই অসমীয়া ভাষাক ধ্ৰুপদী ভাষা হিচাপে মৰ্যাদা প্ৰদান কৰাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰতো আহ্বান জনাইছিল, অনুৰোধ জনাইছিল। এই কথাও আমি সকলোৱে জানো। তাৰ বাবে মই অসমৰ মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়াকো তেখেতৰ সতীৰ্থ মন্ত্ৰীসকলকো ধন্যবাদ জনাইছোঁ। আৰু আজি এই সভাত বিশেষকৈ আমাৰ পৰম শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ উপৰাষ্ট্ৰপতি ধনখড়জী, मैं आपकी जो आपने जैसे अलग अलग पद में रहते हुए देश सेवा की है, इन द कैपेसिटी ऑफ MLA, MP, Union Minister and Governor, your service to the nation is commendable. You have always been serving the nation with courage and determination and highest level of honesty and commitment. So this is the, most important aspect of your personality. We really feel proud of it. And also, Dhankhaji, I feel that as a top legal luminary of the country, your contribution to the constitutional law is commendable. So today your presence made this particular occasion very, very memorable. From that point of view, right from the beginning, I am saying that it is memorable, particularly for me. Wherever I get opportunity, I always try to listen to your speeches, and I believe whole house will be highly benefited. And also, Jayanta Barwaji, in his beginning speech, whatever he has narrated, this particular conclave is going to cover all the issue of Northeast. The voice of Northeast will be heard here, discussed in details, and different stakeholders will contribute immensely to make this particular conclave a grand success. And from the different field of profession, different field of domain expert, I believe this particular conclave will continue to grow bigger and bigger. With this expectation, I again extend my heartfelt thanks and pranam to Dhankharji and also the August House. And thank you for Jayanta Barwaji. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Honorable Vice President Sri Jagdeep Dhankha to inaugurate the Conclave 2024.
Sri Sarbanand Sonowalji, Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and former Chief Minister, Assam. When I met him for the first time, मैंने कहा सोनोवाल जी, नाम में सब कुछ आ गया। Sarvanand. That's the name. He cares for his privacy as none does. And therefore, that smile on his face, one can neither match his sense of commitment, dedication, direction. But what is most impressive is he enjoys his job. He puts his heart and soul into it. His level of knowledge about his ministry is amazing. And when it was suggested to me about this conclave, I did not have a second thought. But Jayant Barwaji here has played a slight trick. And the trick is that he is on my right side and Mr. Sonowal is on my left side. When I sit in Rajya Sabha, on the right side is the government, on the left side is the opposition. He is not cut out for that. I don't engage in prophecy, but I'm assured of it. So from both sides, I'm in cozy environment. While Sonowalji was addressing that I have held political positions or constitutional positions, I just scribbled here, how come he missed my jealous mistress, the legal profession? How wrong I was. His next sentence was about my role as a senior advocate. The man is 24/7 preparation. This conclave and the kind of prefixing Sonowalji has done defines its value. It is my privilege to be at this conclave, the third edition. It's a milestone as this is taking place in the national capital. The very fact that it is taking place in the national capital will bring about a greater involvement of the Northeast. And that this is being done by a media house of repute, as indicated by Sonowalji, marked with independence, which is so rare these days. I congratulate you, Janji. It's a good effort. Keep it up. And a soothing coincidence, and I looked at him when Sonowalji was congratulating the Prime Minister that Assamese being one of the 5 languages that have been accorded the status of classical language, Assamese, Bengali, Marathi, Pali and Pratik. And these have not ripple effect, positive cascading impact. It was unraveled by Sonowalji. What a delightful situation. We have taken so long, but it has fructified. A decision of the cabinet of which Mr. Sonowal is a part. Congratulations to the government on this great historic achievement. And I have no doubt this recognition, well-meaning recognition will have deeper impact in our culture of the Northeast, in educational institutions, and the growth will not only be sustained, but it will be incremental. Language defines culture of a nation. Language defines the strength of a nation. This having been done, it's a matter of joy for all of us. Narratives are set by whom? Anyone can be epicenter of a narrative, but wings are lent to the narratives by media. And media in the Northeast has a daunting task and a huge obligation to discharge for the region and the nation. I was exposed to the rich wealth, cultural heritage of Northeast while being governor state of West Bengal. Sonawalji, I happened to be chairman of Eastern Zone Cultural Center. I had the occasion to visit all the states. I know firsthand how rich it is. On occasions, I have defined Northeast bountifully gifted by nature. Put in one crucible New Zealand, Switzerland, and Scotland, and you will find all taken together will be much short of the wealth of Northeast. Each state of Northeast is remarkable and a heaven for the visitor, the tourist, and the local inhabitant. It was in 90s when Narasimha Raoji focused on it. And there was a policy, look east. It was given a little more vigor by Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji when he had a separate department and then a ministry for the region. But Prime Minister Modi took it to the next level. Look east, act east. And this has resulted in phenomenal growth. There has been real focused attention on connectivity, number of airports doubling, waterways, I think, being 20-fold, so on and so forth. This connectivity has generated interest in the entire nation. I can say from this place that this area is a natural heaven for tourists, and tourism by itself can drive the economic engine of a region. Tourism has that potential, if realized, can change the entire landscape. It can generate employment exponentially. And then when a tourist comes to a place, the connectivity with the people is so very different. I would especially appeal to Sonowalji that it should not be one-way direction. People of the Northeast must also make it a point to go to other parts of the country. I, as Rajya Sabha chairman, have been fortunate to invite young boys and girls. And at my place, it was a thrilling moment when boys and girls, impromptu, suddenly I said, let me have your talent exposition, a dance, a song. Remarkable. I was in Arunachal on a day that matters to the state. There was a celebration. I returned. There was a mild suggestion by Kiran Rijuji. There's a function at my house. It was 10:30 p.m. Me and my wife, Dr. Sudesh, went there. I cannot tell you, can't describe in words the kind of cultural fiesta, the kind of cuisine, the kind of energy and enthusiasm of the people I saw. So, Northeast is heart and soul of Bharat. I got the more of it when I attended my first global event in Phnom Penh, and that was ASEAN. And there the focus was that the policy of Act East is not limited to the frontiers of our nation. The policy goes beyond. The connectivity, Sonowalji is aware of it. There is a minor hiccup in one of the countries, but it will be a game changer. And what a connectivity it will be, that from Northeast you will be able to go to Cambodia and to see the greatest Hindu temple, Angkor Wat, which is being rejuvenated as a matter of fact by Government of India's efforts. And therefore, I would urge the media to be ambassador for tourism of the Northeast, this house. Media is obvious ambassador. Media can take note of things that can ignite minds and can generate development strides. Much is being done and much has happened. But the potential is still to be untapped. Untapping that would mean the growth engine will be firing on all cylinders. And the Northeast will be attracting global tourists, national tourists. Economy of the area will flourish. Which area of the nation is more suited? I am from agricultural family, for natural farming, that area. Where do you get blessings? Kamakya. Where do you see a sanctuary of the kind Kaziranga? And for each state I'll come, it has something distinct, something very special. And that distinct special is a gift of the God, a divine situation. Therefore, distinguished audience, Northeast is the happening area, as on a global stage, Bharat is the most happening country at the moment. No country in the world is having the kind of exponential economic upsurge, infrastructural growth as Bharat is having, and Northeast is part of it. I seek all of you to reflect. This is that phase of history where on sea, on land, in sky and space, we are seeing positive developments that are stunning the world. India's rise is unstoppable and Northeast is part of it. We are destined to be a developed nation. That is not in the doubt of anyone. But in the process, everyone has to contribute, and media's role is basic. Fourth pillar of democracy, a bridge between policymakers and public. I would urge strongly that if journalists and media houses ingratiate with partisan interests, that surely does not subserve the interest of the common man or of the nation. Recall the days when the nation faced most draconian, dark period emergency. And two of the newspapers in particular protested imposition of censorship by keeping their editorial space blank. I will urge Chenji, editorial space has to be very critical for everyone. Why it is disappearing? Editorial focus has to sensitize people. Editorial space is to be used so that media turns out to be a watchdog. I would call upon the media in particular, print and visual. We are home to 1/6 of humanity. We have to set very high standards of media discourse, media debate, and media discussions. I find more can be done in that direction. Friends, we are living in an age of disruptive technology. The age is being defined by speed. We are virtually at the cusp of another industrial revolution. Industrialization. Our lives are changed forever. Things are getting robotized. In that scene, where a false narrative, anti-national narrative, if not neutralized by employing the technology of machine learning, it can damage our national fabric. And therefore the media has to take note and neutralize menacing mushrooming of fake news, fast tracking of narratives, sensationalism. They are juicy, but they damage the body fabric of the nation. Media's natural job is to do it. I was happy to hear sentiments about your paper. And I'm sure you'll continue to do that. If we look back, I remember my days of 1990s. I was a member of parliament and a union minister. And the scene then and scene now. Then our gold was shipped to Switzerland so that we could sustain our economic credibility. Our foreign exchange balance then, Sonovalji, was around $1 billion US. Congratulations to the Prime Minister and the government for crossing $700 billion US foreign exchange today. Just imagine where we have come. Media needs to give wings. That in 1990, when as part of the union ministry, I went to Srinagar, not even 20 people on the road. Last year, according to Rajya Sabha records, more than 2 crore visited. 2 crore visited as tourists, Jammu and Kashmir. These should be the headlines. I am pained and I am extremely reserved and restrained when it comes to manipulative reporting. Imagine a paper reporting Vice President posts fake photographs. When invited the attention, the paper apologizes. But I know I can't be invasive. I can't be in official action mode. Therefore, let us develop in this country a habit of hand-holding, counseling. We cannot damage our mother or our institutions. We have to nurture them. Democracy gets nurtured when each of its institutions, including the media, optimally perform. And I have no doubt this will take place because all of us are lucky in one sense. We are witnessing a Bharat that is of hope and possibility. We are witnessing a Bharat where everyone is equal before law and accountable to law. We are witnessing a Bharat where power corridors are not extra legally managed. Lies and agents have given up. So, ladies and gentlemen, for me it's a great occasion. It generates a great connect with the Northeast. For me personally and my wife and family, we will nurture it. We will do all we can to blossom it. And I'm extremely touched by the invite extended to me. And before concluding, I will say you have been very thoughtful with the choice of the subjects of the conclave. And some of the subjects deal with existential challenges we face in the country and the world, climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, we are sure we don't have another planet to live. We have only this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you will not disagree. Sustainable development is the only development we must engage in. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you will be with me on this point. We cannot use our natural resources merely because we have fiduciary power. We are financially empowered not to recklessly use resources that need to be optimally used, like gas, petroleum. We must not engage in that kind of exploitation of nature. We must develop a culture of being committed to nationalism. Personal interests, partisan interests cannot overtake national interests. I see this happening. I would want and urge media to take a stand on anti-national narratives. I urge the media to take a stand on misinformation and disinformation. I want media to take a stand on comparable growth trajectory of large economies. The disproportionate attention being bestowed by the media on issues that merit only a small attention. The events, the self-life of which is hours or days, they hit the headlines. Take, for instance, your Assamese. It should be headline for number of days because it is getting us back to our roots. It reminds us of our civilizational wealth, a wealth that is unparalleled in the world. I congratulate the third in line and more to come, and best wishes to all of you. We are living in a nation where all of us are ordained to contribute in our journey, in our marathon march for a Viksit Bharat at 2047. And no doubt, being the most vital stakeholders, you all shall, as I would, as everyone else will, give your very best, nothing but the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words, and we are greatly inspired and enthused by your valuable words. Your presence has enriched the very ethos of this conclave. I also thank Mr. Sonowal for his words, and we assure you that we would leave no stone unturned to keep the interest of people of Assam and Northeast paramount. On behalf of Pratidin Time and the Northeast, I thank the Honorable Vice President, Honorable Union Minister, and this brings us to the end of inaugural session. Thank you.